Good morning. It is Ryan, and I'm back here to talk to you today about the Bambu Labs A1 Mini that was just released. So let's get to it here. Play a little intro. We'll get moving. Whew! Got back just in time for shutting the door. All right. So the Bambu Lab A1 Mini was just released. So a couple of weeks ago, we got, let's see here, where are we at? We got a little bit of a, sorry, there we go. We got a tease, and that was this. So, and that's all that we got. You can see, it has 4 colors coming in to a box, and they didn't give you any kind of explanation of what that box was or anything. There's some wild speculation running around all over the place of what that was or what it could mean, because it does say colorful 3D printing for everyone. So some people were thinking that this was going to be a way to add multicolor printing to other machines. And then the correct people actually had that as a new 3D printer for Bambu Lab. So what we have actually gotten is, this morning we've gotten this guy. It's the Bambu Lab A1. So it is it's a shot right, I think, at Prusa. It looks just, it's a cantilever design, a smaller machine, bed slinger. It's really, I think as we go through stuff, you'll see that it is a definite shot right at Prusa. So we can go over here all. Obviously the first thing that you're going to notice is that they have a new AMS unit, the AMS Lite, that is sitting there next to the machine. That's good. We can check this a little bit better photo here. I've gone through the website this morning and was checking out all the details on it. I kind of actually recommend checking out the website for this, because they do some really cool stuff. You can see here, here's the Bambu Labs website, and if you start, let's see if I can do it while I'm not looking directly at it. If you zoom in on different things with the wheel, oh yeah, there it goes. Look, it goes through different animations, and it doesn't look like it's going to do that as you are looking at it. I thought that was pretty fun that they have added all these little different animations in here. The one thing I did see here is that they don't put the giant purge tower that this build would put next to it, but it's okay. But yeah, it's pretty neat how you can do different things. We'll get into some of the other stuff here of what else you can do. So let's jump right into it here, and talk about what we have going on. Massive shout out to Nathan Builds Robots. He didn't have one. He didn't get a pre-ordered one or pre-production one for review like they sent out to a couple people. And man, he nailed so much of this machine, just from what he thought they should do and such like that. So great job to Nathan Builds Robots. If you don't subscribe to him, you definitely should. So all right. Anyway, back to it. Let's look at the at all the stuff here. So first thing we'll check out here is the build volume. So it is a 180, 180, 180, which, yep, that's the same as what the Prusa Mini is. All right, and it's a steel extruded aluminum chassis. So nice and sturdy machine. Here, this is one of the things that I think is hilarious that they did. And if you own a P1P or a P1S, you should be irritated with Bambu Labs, because you get this guy. That's right, you get a touchscreen with a full color touchscreen with your machine. And you don't get that with the P1S or the P1P. You get the old clicky screen like on an Ender 3 type thing. So yeah, pretty pretty funny. But anyway, so yeah, it's a 2.4-inch touchscreen. You can connect with Wi-Fi or the Bambu thing. Something else I did see interesting here is that the storage is on a micro SD card instead of a USB stick. I don't know why they decided to go back to that, but they did. And you got a dual core Cortex M4 motion controller in there. That's nice to see. They give you the PEI plate that is with the machine, and you can get that all the way up to an 80 degrees C. So it'll get pretty hot. Let's see here. We're looking at this now. Oh, so there's the rail system. I thought this was an interesting photo from their site. It shows the rails that are being used on it. So you have a linear rail for the X and the Z, and then you have what looks like a V-groove wheel on the bottom. There was another machine pretty recently. Was it the Anchor Make M5, I think? Did something similar with their chassis. It had the V-groove wheels, but the groove itself was molded into the base plate. That looks kind of like what they're doing here with the A1. They're also toting a lot about being low noise. They have done some sort of noise cancellation with the resonancy of the motors. So it's supposed to get it down to 48 decibels. I mean, I don't really call that silent. It's definitely quieter than 50 or 60 decibels, but whatever. Another thing that they've been talking about, I thought this was pretty funny. Oh, they're emphasizing privacy on the site. If you do not like the concept of cloud printing, you can use the LAN mode. Yep, sure can. They've also, they were still updating the website as I was getting ready to come on here, so I didn't get the one picture, but they have a picture of the camera. The machine also does have a camera, and you can do a lens cover for that. So they're saying that for more privacy, you can cover up the camera. Okay, sounds like a plan. So I've been talking a little bit about how it's going after this fella right here, the Prusa Mini. All right, so here's where we'll start with this. The A1. Let's go over the pricing of the A1. So we'll go over the pricing of the A1 first, and then I'll talk to you about the Prusa Mini. So you have the A1 here with the AMS. This is $459 for the AMS and the A1. You can get a mega combo with this for $509, which is the AMS, and then you get these extra hot ends and a Bambu smooth PEI plate. So you get all those, and that's $509. I don't know if that's really, in my opinion, is that worth another $50? Maybe. But I think I would just go with the regular AMS one. And the reason I would go with the regular AMS instead of the just the machine itself, because you can get the one with the AMS before October 16th, their site says. If you just want the machine itself and for like a print farm or something like that, which is where I think this machine really is going to be a workhorse for, it's $299 and it's not available. I don't think that they're going to release it for a while. The first runs of this are definitely only being shipped with the AMS units. So I found that pretty interesting. I mean, but if you just want a budget-friendly machine, you're not going to get one of the A1s anytime soon. if they're saying that you're going to get the AMS units that you order right now by October 16th, then by the time that they've updated that enough and decide to start sending out just the printers themselves, I mean, it's probably a couple months out. But anywho, something else that we can look at here. So anyway, so we were talking about that. The $459 for the A1 with the AMS light. Guess how much the Prusa Mini is by itself? Wow, it's just a really big coincidence that it was $459. The good thing for them is that they are currently available, which is nice. But the A1 by itself, not available now. Thought that was pretty crazy. All right, going back here to talk a little bit more about the A1 before we continue with some more Prusa comparisons and why I think this is just going right after the Mini, is that with every order, you are currently getting a mystery box. So I guess they're giving you all the parts and components to make one of these projects. There's an LED lamp, there's a wireless mouse, a V-twin engine, and a marble run. So that's pretty neat. I mean, it gives you a project to work on first. So, let's just talk about the wireless mouse. So they're going to give you some filament for it, and they're going to give you the wheel and the optical stuff or screws or whatever it needs to make the mouse itself. It's not just they're not just throwing a mouse into the box with it. You actually get to make whatever this is. So that's pretty neat. I guess it's supposed to be. It doesn't really explain that very well here on their site. That it just gets something like, by the way it looks here on the website, you're just getting a lamp or whatever, which doesn't really make any sense. But in watching the Next Layers video this morning on the A1, it's the components to make whatever it is that they send out to you. So if it was me, I'd hope I would get the mouse, because that would seems to be the most useful object of these. So all right, going here. Another interesting thing that they are doing, and I think this is because of the noise canceling stuff that they were working on, is that the machine will actually make noise. So it finishes. You can actually make it sing songs. I don't know why that would be like a promotional thing, but it is. But yeah, you can. This shot also gives you a really nice view of that new extruder. You can see everything there. There's a little handle there on its left side, which is a filament cutter and such like that. These hot ends are supposed to be really easily swappable too. So it was just kind of a nice view of the top of this printer. It's supposed to be able to make noise. I guess when it's done printing, it'll move the motors in such a frequency that it something like that. So pretty cute. I mean, it's gimmicky. I'd rather spent more time on the design itself or something like that. So anyway, all right, let's get back here to talk about the Prusa Mini. The Prusa Mini, let's look at the size. Yep. Dimensions are roughly the same as what the A1 is and such like that. You have, this is for, sorry, these are actually for the A1. It's got the, like we were talking about before, it does have the camera on it, blah, 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 blah. There's the Prusa info right there. So the max travel speed of the Prusa is 200 millimeters. They're saying that the max speed of the A1 is 500. And look at the acceleration. It's got 10,000 millimeters squared per second squared acceleration, which is pretty crazy. I mean, that's the Creality V3 that just came out, or was announced rather, had 8,000 millimeters per second squared. So they're saying that this thing can really get moving. But with such a small area that it can print, I mean, will it actually see those speeds? I mean, you can say it can go up to 7,000 millimeters a second. It really wouldn't matter if it's on such a small area. It may be capable of doing that, but you need a country mile to get there. So maybe that doesn't matter so much. But yeah, so so we were here. That's the physical dimensions of the A1, and let's see, I think it says here. Oh, it does. Yeah. So it's a 15 by 13 by 15 with the Prusa, which is, let's see here. Let's go back here. You know, which is basically that's pretty close. I mean, they're both about the exact same size. Close enough anyway. I'm not doing any more math today. All right. Going back here, you know, they have the hotbed can get to 100 C as opposed to the 80 that the A1 can get to. The max nozzle can get to 280. The A1 can get to 300. So it's really it's apples and oranges between the two. I think the biggest thing for them really is this touchscreen. I love it. I think that's awesome, and I really hope that the people that have the P1Ss and P1Ps get irritated with that. So, but yeah, the A1 by itself isn't available, which is really a bummer. But it's $299. The price with the AMS Lite again is $459, and the Mega Pack with the extra junk is $509. And those two, the ones with the AMSs, are shipping by October 16th. So hope that gives out some information for you, everybody, and it's beneficial. Keep on keeping on with us here at our Ballard Designs. We'll do a show every Saturday night, and where we talk about the latest of goings on of videos and news that have come out on 3D printing, CNC routers, and lasers, all that good stuff. Sorry if you've been able to hear the old little Ender 3 back here, printing out some car tires, or car wheels, actually. So it's definitely not as fast as 500 millimeters a second. So, all right, well, hey, thank you so much for joining me. Hope to see you on Saturday nights. And until then, peace out, sauerkraut.